Lecture 26, Inductor Energization Equations. The objective is to understand what happens when an inductor is connected to a DC source through a resistor, how the value of current and voltages change with time, how the current growth occurs, and the mathematical derivation of these voltage and current values with respect of time. So the circuit consists of a voltage source, a resistor having resistance in ohms, an inductor having inductance L in Henry, and a switch which is closed at t is equal to 0. So let's move on to initial conditions. So at t is equal to 0, this switch is turned on, and at this instant, this inductor behaves like an open circuit. Therefore, no current flows, therefore the current is 0, and the open circuit voltage is the same voltage as that of the input voltage. And the final steady state value at t is equal to infinite. So when this switch is closed for a long time, this inductor behaves like a short circuit. Therefore, the voltage across it becomes equal to 0, and the current through it becomes maximum, that is equal to V by R. Between initial and final conditions is the transient state, which we are concerned with. In order to find out the behavior of current during transient state, we need to solve this equation mathematically. So let's first apply KVL in this loop. So if we take anti-clockwise direction, we can see that current is entering here, so it should be plus, it should be minus. Similarly, it should be plus, it should be minus. So therefore, minus to plus, that is plus V, that is plus to minus, that is minus of voltage drop across R, and plus to minus, that is minus voltage drop across L, should be equal to 0. When we will rearrange this equation, we get V is equal to VR plus VL. Now, VR is simply using Ohm's law, the current flowing through it into the resistance value, that is VR is equal to IR. So therefore, V becomes equal to IR plus VL. Now we will express the inductor voltage in terms of current. We know that inductor opposes the rate of change of current, and the voltage drop across it is simply equal to L di by dt. So replacing this value in this equation, we get V is equal to IR plus L di by dt. Now rearranging this equation, we get di divided by V minus IR is equal to dL by L. In order to find out the value of current, we need to integrate both sides. So on integration, we get minus log V by R minus I, where minus comes due to the negative sign of this current I, is equal to R by L comes out, and the integration of dt is simply t. So it is R by LT plus a constant K. In order to find out constant K, we need to use initial conditions. Applying initial conditions, we know that at time t is equal to 0, current was equal to 0. Putting these values in equation 1, we get in minus log V by R minus 0 is equal to 0 plus K. And from here, K is simply minus log V by R. So putting this value in equation 1, again we get minus log V by R minus I is equal to R by LT minus log V by R. This is moved to this side, and we get log of V by R minus log V by R minus I is equal to R by LT. Now we will apply the property, that is log of A minus log of B is simply equal to log of A divided by B. So using this property, we get log of V by R divided by V by R minus I is equal to R by LT. Now in order to remove the log, we will introduce exponential sign. So V by R divided by V by R minus I is simply e raised to power RT by L. Moving this to this side and this to this side, we get V by R minus I is equal to V by R e raised to power minus RT by L. And the final equation becomes I is equal to V by R 1 minus e raised to power minus RT by L. Since current is a function of time, it can also be written like this. So IT comes out to be V by R 1 minus e raised to power minus RT by L. In order to find out the inductor voltage, we have to replace this current with this equation and solve the equation. And on solving this equation, we get voltage across inductor is simply equal to V e raised to power minus RT by L. In simple terms, this IT is simply equal to V by R 1 minus e raised to power minus RT by L, and VT is simply equal to V e raised to power minus RT by L. The voltage and current values can be plotted against time to understand their behavior, and the plots look something like this. So we know that current was simply equal to V by R 1 minus e raised to power minus RT by L. So at time t is equal to 0, this equation simply becomes Vt is equal to V by R 1 minus e raised to power 0, that is 1. So this is simply equal to 0. Therefore, the plot starts from 0 And at time t is equal to infinite, we can see that V infinite is simply V by R, 1 minus e raised to r minus infinite, and this is simply equal to V by R. Therefore, the final value is V by R. But when I put the value of t is equal to L by R and solve the equation, we know that exponential term is 2.718. And on solving this, IT comes out to be equal to 0.632 V by R. That means that when time is equal to L by R, the current reaches 63.2% of the maximum value. And similarly, for the voltage, we know that the equation is Vt is equal to V e raised to a minus RT by L. And at time t is equal to 0, this Vt is simply equal to maximum value, that is V. So it will start from V. And at infinite, we know that Vt is equal to V e raised to a minus infinite. So this becomes equal to almost 0. And at time t is equal to L by R, if we solve this equation, we get VL is simply equal to 36.8% of the maximum voltage. Both of these curves can be plotted in a single curve to understand the behavior further.